Hi, this is Richard Quack here, coming to you live from Malaysia. I would like to invite you to my weekly live video, and today it is Monday in Malaysia, and I'm going to talk about business. And the topic is what makes a perfect business. Now, it is important to realize that not all businesses are created equal. All right, certain businesses are better than others. So in today's session, I want to talk to you about what actually makes a perfect business. And the thing is that it is not from me, all right, it is from a publication that I came across many years ago. It's called the Dow Theory Letter. It's a financial publication that speaks about the perfect business. Okay, now the perfect business, there are 10 things here. All right, there are 10 points here, which I believe that you will appreciate it. Although you might think that it is it is just natural, but most of the things we miss out in life are the small little things. Don't you think so? So let's go through what makes a perfect business. Okay, there are 10 things here that makes a business a perfect business. Okay, number one, the business must sell to the world. This is very, very important. That means your product must be required by everybody outside there, not just a certain section of the population or certain groups of people. All right, it must sell to the world. That means everybody must need your product. Then that makes it a perfect business. All right, what do I mean by that? Let me give you a simple example. If you are selling skincare, all right, skincare is good. I'm not saying skincare is no good, but does it sell to the world? It does not sell to the world because skincare are used by normally by ladies. Don't you think so? It's used by ladies, and not only ladies, but then of a certain age group. All right, you don't sell skincare to a 6-year-old girl or an 80-year-old lady. All right, so skincare, no doubt is good, but it does not sell to the world because it only represented by certain categories of the population. All right, so your product must actually sell to the world, not only to all the population. If possible, your product must also be what you call able to benefit even animals as well. All right, so it sells to the world. That's the first thing. All right, so ask yourself, are you marketing a product that sells to the world? Number two, there must be inelastic demand. That means your product must have inelastic demand. That means whether rain or shine, people need your product. All right, the opposite of inelastic demand is elastic demand. Elastic demand are demand that depends on season, environment, weather, and so on. All right. So a good example of inelastic demand is, let's say, an umbrella. Normally, people don't buy umbrella. All right. Most of the time, people buy umbrella when it is raining. All right. When it's raining, people will buy umbrella. But when it's not raining, then people don't buy umbrella. All right. So your demand, the demand for your product must be inelastic. Whether rain or shine throughout the whole year, people need your product. Another good example is that those people who do business on the island. All right. I was in Terengganu many years ago, so they have trips to the island. All right, they give trips to the island, and this is also not in elastic demand because why? Okay, the demand only goes up during certain time of the year because during the monsoon season where the weather is heavy, the weather is bad, the wind is very strong, then they cannot do business. So that is what we call elastic demand. So your business or your product must have inelastic demand. Okay, that's number two. Number three, it must have low labor requirements. This is very, very critical to success because most businesses, if you want to start the business, you require a lot of investment, a lot of capital outlay. Don't you think so? All right, which is not a perfect business, but a perfect business is where the labor requirement is very, very negligible. That means you don't need to employ a lot of workers. You don't pay a lot of salaries because if you pay a lot of salaries, then that is fixed cost. All right, fixed cost whereby whether your business is doing well or not doing well, you still have to pay for it. All right, so in uh, low labor requirement is very important, very very important. Because I remember years ago when I was managing my accounting practice at that time. All right, initially it was good when we were smaller, but when we start expanding, that's where we have cash flow problem. Because whether you like it or not, okay, whether the business is good or not, whether the cash flow is good or not, okay, you got to pay for all the expenses that are fixed, like salaries, electricity, and so you got to pay for it. So basically, a low labor requirement is one of the requirements for a perfect business. Okay, number 4 is consumable products. Believe it or not, consumable product. Why is it so important? Because consumable products are products that people use. Okay, they finish it, they buy again. So that is repeat sale. That is very important. Repeat sale is important because when you go and look for customer, the cost of getting one single customer, that is a cost to it. All right. So basically, when it is very high to get a customer, but once you get a customer, if the customer only buy one time from you, then the return is not very good. Okay. So what we want is a consumable product whereby once you get the customer will keep on buying product from you, or when you have new product, they buy the new product as well. So it has to be a consumable product. That means people buy, they take it, they finish it, they reorder again. So that's very important. Consumable product. I know that certain product out there that are not consumable. It is a one-time product. All right, I don't mention name of products, but basically, I hope you understand here. All right, it must be consumable product that people buy, they use, and they order again. Okay, number 5. Products that are not easy to follow or copy. This is very, very important. All right. So if you have a product that people cannot follow and copy, then you have a monopoly of the product. There's no competition whatsoever. All right. Like most product outside there, there's competition. They are in the red ocean fighting among themselves and reducing price. All right. So basically, it must be a product that is not easy to follow. All right. I mean, let's put it this way, even for Apple, all right, it is a very good phone, no doubt, mobile phone. But then after that, they came out with so many other phones. We come out Samsung, Xiaomi, and so many other brands. So even though the iPhone is good, but it is not unique because why? Everybody can come up with their own version of mobile phone as well. So one of the requirements is you need a product that is not easy to follow or copy. Number 6, low capital and overhead. This is also important because why? Most businesses go out of business because of the overheads, the monthly overhead that they have to pay every month. So if it is low, then you can sustain when the business is not good. Of course, when business is good, business is thriving, you are able to sustain the cash flow, all right, the outflow that is going out. But when business is bad, that is where a lot of problem comes in. So it must be low capital and low overheads. All right, a business that don't have a lot of capital to start with, all right, and also there is not much of an overhead. All right. Now, most of you know I am in network marketing. Okay. Now, in network marketing, I don't have overheads whatsoever. I'm working from the comfort of my own home. I don't have staff that I employ. Okay, so basically it's a very simple business. So it is low capital and low overheads as well. Because overhead is one of the things that kills a lot of business. Because as far as cash flow is concerned, business is good. That is not a problem. But when business is not so good, especially the last few years with the COVID and so on, a lot of business shut down. Why? Because they cannot sustain. All right, number 7, it must be a cash business. This is so important. Cash business is very important. I'm sure you've seen the poster, a person selling in cash look very prosperous, right? When another poster show on credit, very haggard and tired, right? So it's very true. If it's not a cash business, then you have a lot of problem with cash flow. Even for myself, all right, when I had my own accounting practice, all right, we cannot have cash because why? We do the work for the client. After we finish the work, then we bill them. And they'll take their own shit time to pay you. So once it is not a cash business, you have a lot of problem with collection. All right, and a lot of problem with cash flows as well. So it is best to be a cash business. All right, it is one of the criteria is a cash business. Okay, number 8, This is very important. Free of government interferences. This is so important. You don't want a business that have a lot of government interferences. Okay, I can share with you a good example. Previously, I started the first karaoke in Kuala Terengganu. The first karaoke, and it's a big one, 4 short lots, very big. All right, we are doing very well. Okay, but the problem is that there's a lot of interferences. All right, we got the police department come, we got the Bandaran people come. Okay, we got the fire brigade people come. A lot of things, because why these are businesses have got a lot of rules and regulation. All right, so you need to have a business that don't have much interferences from the from the government department. All right, if you have that, it's a big problem. Okay, because you have a lot of problem. All right, that is number 8. Number 9, it must be a portable business. What do you mean by portable business? That means you can do your business anywhere you like. All right, even when I talk about my own accounting firm, it is not portable. I have to be in my office there. I cannot bring my office to the client. Isn't it true? So if you want to have a perfect business, it must be portable. A business that's portable is a perfect business. I'll give you an example, all right? A good example. Even if you go to the toilet, all right? Even if you go to the toilet, okay, you're doing your job there, and you overheard somebody having problem, your neighbor having problem, yeah, then you can talk to the person and give him a solution, because we are problem solver, and it is in the bathroom. It not be in the office. So that is what I mean by it must be portable. That means you can do it anywhere at all your business, not necessarily in your office. Okay. And lastly, number 10, the business must be forever fascinating. Right. This is very important, because most businesses, when you start initially, you are excited. Don't you think so? It's excited. It's exciting. Just like me, when I first started my accounting practice, I was very excited. I was very hardworking. But as time goes by, with all the challenges, with all the problems and so on, then the excitement dies down. All right. So it must be a business that is forever fascinating. All right. Now, let me tell you, I am in network marketing for almost 30 years now. Okay, and I can tell you that in the network marketing business, it is always fascinating, because you are meeting new people, getting to know new people, and learning new things. All right, and also your income keep on increasing. That is fascinating. So it must be a business that is forever fascinating. You won't get bored with the business. Okay, so those are the 10 things that I think is very important that makes a perfect business. Again, this is not my opinion, but it is from a financial publication called the Dow Theory Letter. Okay, so let me summarize for you what is the Dow Theory Letter. Number 1, your product must sell to the world. Number 2, there must be inelastic demand. Number 3, low labor requirement. Number 4, products that are not easy to follow or to copy. Number 6, low capital and overheads. Number 7, it must be a cash business. Number 8, free of government interferences. Number 9, it must be a portable business, whereby you can do the business anywhere whatsoever. Number 10, it must be forever fascinating. So that's all my sharing for today. I hope that you learned something from here, all right? And if you are in business, or you're thinking of going into business, then I hope that this will be a guide for you to understand what sort of business you are looking for, or what to look out for in a business, okay? So if you like what you hear and see, please feel free to like, to share, and to comment. I appreciate your time that you spend with me here. Okay, so I will see you again for another session of my live video on Friday. So this is Richard Quack from Malaysia, wishing you good night and goodbye.